Arthur Wesley Dow was born on April 6, 1857 in Massachusetts. Dow was an author, writer, printmaker, and teacher that was well respected within his community. He became the most influential teacher in the 1800s and by the innovation of his stylized work. Along with his teachings focusing on the Japanese principles of art, he also contributed to the arts and crafts movement. Lastly, he contributed 2 books that left marks in art education. With the study of landscapes and composition as his main interest, Dow began to create his work from the same wood blocks as Hokusai, a famous Japanese artist. A traditional ukiyo-e print consists of 3 artists: the painter, the carver, and the printer. Dow's method was slightly different, as he would do the work of all steps himself from start to finish. Opening the Ipswich Summer School of Art in 1891 with his wife allowed him to step back into teaching art. His school offered many concentrations such as pottery, painting, photography, textiles, and others. Louis Prank insisted that Dow teaches developing theories in composition, as this was Dow's particular interest. Dow would have his work published in Prank's text. Composition was published in 1899. This text would become an essential text for art education. Dow starts in his book by bringing up the 3 elements of design: line, notan, Japanese concept of mass, shade, and light, as well as color. His breakthrough text would soon replace Walter Smith's works and be used in the South Kensington system of American art education. In 1907, Dow became president of the Eastern Art Teachers Association and a director of the College Art Association until 1913. In 1908, Dow published his second book, Theory Practice of Teaching Art. This 73-page text outlines the purpose of teaching art language such as elements and principles of design, and listing subject matter to teach to grades kindergarten to high school. Dow's second text would be a staple in the art education world. Arthur Wesley Dow continued to practice art in many mediums and continued to teach and hold his position as director in the art department at Columbia University until his death. Georgia O'Keeffe attended his summer art school and his class again at Columbia. Dow inspired O'Keeffe greatly and directed her towards abstraction, then on to composition. She spoke fondly of him, saying, "I had a technique for handling oil and watercolor easily. Dow gave me something to do with it." Dow continued to travel and have his work in exhibitions. Composition was printed over 20 times and was used as a required text in classrooms until the 1970s. He left behind a legacy as an artist and art educator, teaching many students over his decades of instruction with his composition theory and principles. He encouraged depicting nature and work with honesty in what you see, which was the goal of the arts and crafts movement. At the age of 65, Dow passed away on December 13, 1922.